And good evening and welcome to Highlanders basketball. My name is Jeff Argenziano and Kevin Scott is on temporary assignment tonight. You are here for the championship game of the 2023-24 Leo G. DeSimone Jr. Highlander Hoopfest. In this championship game we have Melrose, the defending champion of the DeSimone Highlander Hoopfest. The Melrose Redhawks are here as the defending champion, facing off against Somerville Highlanders. And this is a rematch of what took place exactly a year ago. And the MVP of Melrose is still here, the same player from exactly a year ago, Miles Newsy, looking to become a two-time MVP. Coach Antonelli coming in right now with a 2-3 record. He is hoping to achieve all the goals before the new year that they wanted to. First, the goal was to start off healthy. They did. Second goal was to win games in the GBL and not be winless in the league coming into the new year. That happened. Game at Medford, win. Then to get into their Highlander Hoopfest tournament, championship game, goal achieved. Now the next goal, to win that trophy, which is sitting right next to me here at the announcer's booth. We have this trophy here ready to be claimed by one of these two teams that are on the court, ready for the starting fives right now as we approach less than a minute to go before the game. Former players are all here representing Somerville to cheer on their team players from this team that have also been victorious in past games in this tournament. So here come the starting fives along with John Carlton and Sam, which are about to pass me on. Sam was victorious in the 2018 championship game against Malden Catholic. He was victorious, and if you watch back in YouTube, you'll see Sam holding that trophy up high, who's in front of me, and he was a champion himself in that tournament. So Somerville, two-time champion in their own tournament. They've got to the championship game many times in the 6 years of this tournament. We'll go over that during one of the timeouts. However, right now we will go to the starting fives for this championship game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Somerville High School main gym for the championship game of the Leo G. DeSimone Jr. Highlander Hoopfest. Somerville Highlanders take on the Melrose Redhawks. The starting lineup for the Melrose Redhawks: number 2, Miles Zuli. Number 3, John Thomas. Number 11, John Ayers. Number 13, Ben Carella. And number 55, Owen Mujalla. The Melrose Redhawks are coached by Danny Burns. And the starting lineup for your Somerville Highlanders: number 1, Eddie Hudson-Jones. Number 3, Ben Oli-Francois. Number 4, Oli Ravello. Number 5, Makai Curtis. And number 33, Captain Ian Ford. The Somerville Highlanders are coached by Mark Antonelli. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please stand and remove your hats and face the flag for the national anthem.
There's your national anthem in the consolation game. Whittier against O'Brien, the third, fourth place game. Final score was going away by O'Brien. Close game at halftime. O'Brien wins going away 63-38. Two All-Stars were named at the conclusion of that game. I'll go over them in the first time out. Starting fives, again, we have Newsy, Lamas, Arenas, Perella, and Owen for Somerville, Eddie, Mackay, Oldie, Ian, and Ben. Your referees tonight, Gavin Flanagan is your umpire, and your referee is Julian Dornville. Julian is about to set the tap here for Ian Bourne, and number 3 tapped up is Lamas. Passes into Melrose, number 55, makes a move from the free throw line, passes out in the lane all the way. Foul will be first on Ian Bourne. It should be. No, it's going to be on Ben. Ben's first foul, team's first. Going to the line will be Miles for 2. To start off the game, 7:45 to go. Miles, reigning MVP of this tournament. Misses his first free throw. Miles Newsy, I'll go over at some point last year what he did in this game. Makes his second. Free throw is good. 1-0 lead for Melrose. Travel with no call on Ian Bourne. Ian Bourne looking to beat that pressure defense. 1-1 over to only. Eddie Jones starts it up. You're calling Salem, so look for a low block score by Somerville. Over only on the right wing. Ben comes around, first screen over the top of the key to Mile, to Ben. Top of the key, over to 4 seconds of the shot clock. Shot clock's down, shot clock violation, gets the ball up. Violations first off, turnover on Mackay to start off this first possession. But Ben was picking you up full court. 1-2 trap for Somerville. Number 55, Owen, over to 11, Aaron's gonna have to move, buddy. Cameraman for Melrose standing right in front of me. Fruche here, maybe I'll get him to move him out of the way. Stolen by Ian Bourne in the paint. And he brings the ball up, pushing it hard. Somerville looking to get into an offensive set. Mackay, up fake 3, pushes off, no call. Mackay gets tied up, jump ball, possession arrow, no possession arrow, scoreboard is off, table is off. All the bonuses are off, so we're gonna have to put the score, we're gonna have to put the bonus possession arrow up on the scoreboard. Somerville gets a possession. Over to Mackay, baseline, jump shot, drives, up fake, off the glass, no, rebound, Ian Bourne. Offensive rebound. Swings it over to Only for 3. Another offensive board. 3 deep for Eddie, count it. Eddie Hudson Jones. Somerville takes the lead, 3-1. Somerville looking to trap and get some steals. Looking to be more athletic here than Melrose's starting 5. Double dribble travel by number 13. Turnover, Ben Perella. All these players were here last year, except for the leading scorer of the game, who is Cam Lipple, had 18 points. He was their big man. So looking for a low post scoring is not available for Somerville. For Melrose. 5:41 left to go in the first quarter. Eddie drives all the way, gets blocked by number 3, Lamas. Recovered though, gets his own offensive board. Is Eddie. Only baseline, bounce pass into the paint to Mackay, up fake, out to Eddie. Eddie shoots up, swing over to Ian Bourne somehow, some way. gets fouled, and Ian Bourne will go to the line. Ian Bourne has been excellent getting to the free throw line. Fouls on number 55, who is Owen. I don't have his last name because, of course, he is not on the roster. Don't know how that's possible at this stage of the game with the technology we have in this world, how it's possible that rosters cannot have players' names on them. Ian Bourne going to the free throw line for the first 2 free throws of Somerville. 100 on the make. Coach Antelli says that they'll be picking you up full court. Again, table is not. There's your possession arrow. Possession arrow pointing to Melrose's way. 5:18 left to go. 4-1 lead for Somerville. 2 for 2 from the line is Ian Bourne, who's been excellent from the free throw line. Getting there, especially. Scoring in the low block, getting it off curls and scoring points. Miles. Top of the key to Ben Perella. Running the flex, here we go. Bounce pass in the paint. Owen gets a stolen, only with the steal. Owen with the turnover. Mackay with the turnover as well. Crossing baseline power, only another 3 baseline. Misses. Ripped away by Nuzzi. First rebound for Nuzzi. Bringing the ball up the court is number 3, Lamas. Top of the key to Aarons. 55, Owen. Power dribble gets tied up. Coming off the curl, Nuzzi, no pass. Over to 11, Aarons. Up fake at the free throw line, gets tipped away. It's going to be out of bounds, off into the scorer's table. That should be off Nuzzi, who undercut only, which could have been a foul, but no. They are saying no call, out of bounds, and timeout for Danny Burns. Danny Burns now in his 5th season. Danny Burns was hired in the 1920 year for the Melrose Redhawks. Melrose has gone to the tournament the last many years. Mainly around 500 has been Melrose. And last year, now they've always played in Division II. They played in Division II in the tournament. And in that game, in Division II, last year's tournament, they lost against South High of Worcester, 78-43. They were 10-10 going into the Division II tournament, ranked 35th. In 22, they were ranked 35th as well, lost in a prelim game against Charlestown, 78-64. And then the year without the tournament, because of COVID, 1920, when they were just North and South and East and Central West tournaments, they were 12-8, lost to Malden Catholic before the John Walsh Garrity days. 59-54 in the first round to Malden Catholic, and in 18-19 they lost in the first round to Arlington, 60-51. So they're roughly been right around 500, 12-8 in 1920, 10-8, 10-10 the last couple of years. So it's been roughly a 500 team for Melrose. They're looking to get their 2nd straight Highlander Hoopfest Leo DeSimone Jr. championship trophy, which is sitting next to me. For 3, Eddie. 2 for 2 for 3, Eddie Hudson-Jones. And both of them have had a hand in their face, in his face, but they're picking you up full court. 100. Owen gets across, though nobody. Everybody steps back. Bring it back to 50. Aarons with the bobble. Oh, it's Perella. Top of the key, Perella for 3. Nobody boxing out. Ben lets it go out of bounds. And that was a miss by Lamas for 3. Coach Antonelli, no sub. No, it is a sub. We're bringing in number 10. The first sub is Brophy for Somerville. He had 2 free throws last year in this championship game. Connor Brophy, number 10, is in the game. He's picking up only, not to let any 3-pointers get off. But nobody's picking up Ben. They're just letting him dribble around. And Miles picks up almost a steal by Owen. Recovery by Eddie. Mackay, spin, right corner. Over to Ben. Shot clock is under 5. Letting it run down again, but Eddie says no shot clock for me, only at the buzzer. Does not hit the rim. Rebound to Connor Brophy, but does not count because it was a violation. It's going out of bounds. Somerville has an 8-1 lead right now as Melrose can't get into their offense. They can't get any quality shots off. Number 11, John Aarons, bringing the ball up. Mackay guarding Aarons close. Just going to have to run some simple sets for Melrose to get any points off. Miles with a crossover. Down by 7 points. Over to Brophy. Miles up fake. Just jumps out of the way. Sets it. Air ball. Saved by Owen. Over to Eddie. Eddie gets the board. Sam's running out of bounds for some reason. Air ball. Rebound to Lamas. Foul is on one. Be nice if we had a PA announcer. It's not really that difficult. Is that a foul? So they're saying 3. Coach Antilli not wasting any time. He's bringing in Kyle. 2:28 left to go. And Julian. Oh, finger roll misses to Eddie with the board. Mackay, power dribble. Gets caught up. Over to Ben on the sideline. Eddie knows he's coming out of the game, so he's going to try to make something effective right now. Screen and roll. Owen to Ian Bourne going back to the line. 2 free throws. Saying you got to go under the screen, not over it. Foul is on number 2. That's his first. So foul's on Miles. Ian Bourne going to the line. 2 subs coming in right now. So it's Ben and Oli coming out of the game. So 3 for 3 is Ian Bourne from the line. 4 for 4, Ian Bourne from the line. 10-1, 9-point lead for Somerville as Owen brings the ball up. Over to Connor. For 3. Misses. Trying to box out is Miles, but basically pushed Mackay out of bounds. No call. They let it bounce on a ball. Out of bounds, Danny Burns. Very frustrated right now. Shaking his head, looking at his notes. Just pulled them out of his pocket. Looking to solve this in somehow, some way. All you got to do is run a 1-4 set, 1-4 low for Miles. Somerville has nobody that can stop him. Mackay passes up to Kyle. Mackay, up fake. Crisscross pass, dangerous. Turnover. Steal, 11. Aarons misses. Owen with the offensive board. Ten to 3 lead. Trapped in the backcourt. All that turnover was from Mackay. Had that issue. Dangerous cross-court pass as Julian dribbles across, looks to reset. Antilli wants Salem again with a minute to go in the first quarter. If they run it effectively, you're going to have a wide open layup down low, but Kyle does not run it effectively. Rebound to number 11, Aarons. That was Kyle's fault, not running through, not patient enough. You just got to be patient, running 1-4 set for Miles. Somerville can't stop him. Kicked, turnover, 11, Aarons. Julian brings the ball up, back to Eddie. Eddie running right through, bounce past Ian Bourne, up fake in the paint, no, sets it out to Julian for 3. Julian gets his own board. Fires it up again. Miles with the defensive board, that's 2. Julian with another board. In the painted area, number 3, Power Lamas. Cuts it to a 5-point lead with 1 shot for Somerville. Shot clock's off, 10 seconds to go. Julian gets trapped right in front of the bench. Jump ball possession, Melrose. On that, Coach Antilli said pivot and pass. Burns was complaining about saying I had a wide open layup and you called a jump ball. Dornville said we made the call well before the ball was released by your player. 6 seconds to go. Over to Miles. Miles at the buzzer. Throws a turnover. Eddie at the buzzer for 3. At the end of 1. 10-5 lead for Somerville. So we give a turnover to Miles there. Give Eddie the defensive board on the play before that. You can hear from here saying, how does that happen? Very upset, Danny Burns, as we're talking. So we're going over the past results in championship games. In 15, Somerville played Burke in overtime. That was the Matt McCune made all those free throws in overtime. 63-58. In 2016, Somerville lost by 7 to Malden Catholic in the championship game. In 17, Somerville did not make the championship game. They lost to Arlington, and Somerville played in the first round. Franklin won the tournament en route to a state championship appearance. Franklin 48-46. In 2018, Somerville won by 10 points against Malden Catholic. And that was Sam, who was here earlier with John Carlton. And in 2018-19 year, they did not have, the 19-20 year, they did not have a tournament because Somerville did not have the gym with the school being under reconstruction. So there was no tournament that year. There was no tournaments for the 2 other years because of the COVID-related illnesses to everybody. And last year, in the 22-23 year, Somerville lost by 10 points to this Melrose Red Hawks team. As you see the matchup here, and now for the 23, we have an open spot to see who wins this trophy that's next to me. At halftime, I'll be bringing it over to Beth O'Connor at half court, so it can stay over there and make sure nobody messes with it. Turnover, it's coming my way. Bounced off the corner of the table. My arms are not that long. I was not able to reach that. If Kevin Scott was here, he would have had it right in his hands. Mackay inbounding the ball right in front of us, looking to throw it into the backcourt, but it's going to go to Julian cross court. 7:44 left to go. Julian just dribbling really dangerously in front of him, close to a turnover. Oh, foul on Kyle. Sets a very dangerous screen. Lucky number 11, or Aarons, didn't get hurt on that because he got a knee to the side. Next time out, I'll go over some information this year on game officials. That should be a turnover right there by Aarons, who took a bunch of steps as he caught the ball, but no call. All the way down the middle, number 3, off the glass for 2. Lamas, who cuts it to a 3-point lead. Travel, and cannot believe it. Danny Burns is just having major troubles right now with the officials. He's being told to get back in the coach's box. Should have been a turnover right in front of the table, but no call. Ian Bourne coming back in for Jackson Pyman. Ian Bourne playing a great game. He's looking to be MVP. 7 minutes to go as Somerville resets their offense with a fresh shot clock. Kyle for 3. Rebound to Owen. Bringing up the ball is number 10, Connor Brophy. Brophy with a pass to nobody, but for 3. Off the glass, no. Ripped away by Julian, who has 3 rebounds. Eddie pulls it up, another turnover. Somehow, some way, Mackay winds up with it. Chris Koss again. It's really hitting the deck. You got to take Eddie out to check his sneakers. Until he wants a timeout, he's jumping around doing jumping jacks. Can we please check Eddie's sneakers, or shoes, whatever you want to call them? He has slipped up several times on that side of the court. So now Ravello is coming back into the game. As I mentioned, Danny Burns has been in his 5th season now with this team. Coach Gentile, I believe this is year 16. The 2008-2009 year was his first year. He had the likes of Franklin Salvador, Ricardo Bonhomme, who's the current girls coach for Somerville, on that roster, along with Matty O'Donnell. Matty O'Donnell is the assistant coach. All the assistant coaches are here tonight with this team. It will take me a full minute timeout to go over them, so I'll pick a time to do that next time out. Rule 91.15 in the MIA handbook, officials will be required to remain at the team competition site until the handshake ceremony has concluded. So just be aware, unless they feel there is danger on the court, as soon as the buzzer sounds, they can run right off. But unless they feel that that has been told to the site administrator, they have to remain on the court until the buzzer sounds and the handshake rule is in effect. So, same five out for Somerville. Running Salem again. They want to run this right down Melrose's throats. If you're effective, if you're patient, you'll get something, but another turnover by Eddie. They're just trying to force the issue here and play on parts of Salem that are too early, running through the effectiveness of this play. But Melrose says, we'll run Salem right through you. All you gotta do is run 4 low for Miles, and we'll score. But Miles is looking a little hesitant right now. Another 3. Count it. Number 11, John Ahrens, hits the 3. And they tie it up at 10-10. All the way back from a 9-point deficit. And with 5:40 left to go in the second quarter, Ben is going to come back in. Coach Intelli not wasting any time. Eddie again gets bumped. Again a turnover. He's just getting nailed. His arm got nailed, and they call the foul on Mackay, and he can't believe it because he knows that Eddie was fouled going through the middle of the paint, dribbling. Got his arm nailed. No foul was called, which caused a turnover. With 5:25 left to go, we have a tie game. Ben is back in. Out is Kyle. Owen inbounding the ball over to Ahrens. And they have not gotten Miles going yet. He only has 1 point, so no MVP for him if Melrose ends up victorious. Hesitation move, spin in the paint. Basket does not call, but it's going to be a foul on Mackay. Mackay's first going to the line will be John Ahrens, who, as a team, Melrose only has 2 free throws so far. Checking into the game next after this free throw is number 33, Nolan Natali. Natali was on this team last year as well. Sub in. And now on that free throw by Ahrens, Melrose takes their second lead of the game because they were up 1-0. Out again, another sub. He was not at the scorer's table, so you shouldn't allow him to come in. It was a little late, but they did not throw the ball back to Ahrens yet, so I guess that is legal. Bringing the ball up is Eddie. Calling again. Intelli's just begging for Salem, and the problem is these guys won't run it through effectively. They're just not patient enough. You should have a wide open shot in the baseline if you just run it through. But by now, Danny Burns is ready for 3. Looking to go 3 for 3. Ian Bourne just grabbed foul. Takedown by number 33, Nolan Natali. He just took him down. Grabbed him and tackled him. Foul is on Ravello. Awful, awful. You'll see a makeup call in a second as Danny Schmidt is about to check in. Here's a 3 more. Count it. John Ahrens, who has 8 points in this quarter. John Ahrens, looking for that MVP award, has brought this team right back with 8 points of his own. Somerville victims of a very bad call and a very bad turnover by Ian Bourne. But in the defense, Coach Antelli wants to talk to Gavin Flanagan. He's going to say, my player got taken down and tackled as if he just scored, was being tackled after a reception. And no call was made at that end. But if you want to be fair, referee Gavin Flanagan, your umpire, did not make the call on Ian Bourne, who was grabbing number 33, Nolan Natali, with both arms huddled around him in the paint. So they let that play go, which could have been on Ian Bourne prior to that. So they allowed the possession to run fully. So do they pull one off? Do they count that a 2? because now there's one less point on the scoreboard. So that should be 8-10. So it should be 15. That last three by Aarons. They pull a point off the board. Timeout was Antonelli. I'll have to check that at halftime to see if they pull that off. Saying if he was on the line. We'll check that. I'm calling it a 3. But nobody seems to be arguing for Melrose, so it must have been Aarons on the line on that last attempt. Just no, there you go, it's his first shot. Hesitation by Miles this year after just being so explosive last year. Oh, Ben for 3, wide open. Miles with the board. Third defensive board, he's pushing the ball. 3:44 left to go. Travel, no call by number 10, Brophy, showing some height. Aarons, Brophy, left wing. Oh, beautiful pass. Cut to the basket by number 13, Perella. Now a 6-point lead for Melrose. And just a couple of turnovers caused some havoc for Somerville to lose their lead and lose this composure. Danny over to Eddie. Eddie hesitation, back to Danny, right wing. Ben gets tied up, covered very tightly by Miles. Miles watching him closely. Ian Bourne flashes to the middle. Screen, looks to be a bounce pass, under 5 again. Danny gets fouled, makeup call. There's your makeup call, Coach Antelli wanted. Foul will be on 13. Unfortunately, Perella is the one who gets the hurt of the makeup call. Danny Burns not happy. One of these coaches is going to get teed up because they've just been aggravated so far with calls that haven't been made or have been made. Owen checking back in, next dead ball. Ben out to Danny, who has butterfingers today. Eddie wants another 3, but Danny comes around the paint. Swing it to him. Ben gets fouled on the ground. 33. Fouls on the tally. His first. That will put them over the limit. Or are they saying this is on the floor? Scoreboard's way off. Danny over to Mackay. Mackay with a bounce pass to Owen. Ian Bourne, 3 seconds. Danny for 3. Ian Bourne just fouling like crazy. Owen with 2 boards. Six-point lead for Melrose. Lot of action going on. Miles is going to heat up eventually. 3 more. Count it. Number 10, Brophy for 3. 3-point shooting offense now has really set Somerville back. Perella made that happen with the offensive board. Crossover. Ben. Julian Kyle coming back in. Coach Antelli not wasting any time. And he wants another travel. Somebody's going to get teed up this game. Ripped away. Number 10. Brophy gets the board. He's just controlling the offense right now because they know they're getting nothing out of Miles. They're going to swing it to Miles. No. He gets fouled again, Ian Bourne. Coach Antelli says foul down there, same thing. I'm throwing there. They're all over Dornville tonight and all over Gavin Flanagan. But they have made some good calls and they've allowed a lot of holding not to be called. So excellent officiating by this team of officials because they've just allowed a lot of holding going on when they've said keep the hands down and nothing has transpired except they end up calling another foul. So they've let a lot of fouls go. Looks like a whole team is coming in. I don't know what group this is. Maybe O'Brien's coming back for the All-Star presentation. Missed free throw by Ahrens. 1:21 left to go. Ian Bourne's first foul. Ahrens looking for that MVP award. Now they're up by 10. Antelli was up 10-1. Antelli has not scored a point. His team in this quarter, just like yesterday in the semifinal, it took them under 2 minutes to score. Foul, no call, it gets bumped. Mackay, bounce pass, turnover. A lot of turnovers by Somerville. Brophy's still chugging out there. He's controlling the offense. And now Miles is going to take over eventually. You've kept him down too long. Travel on number 10, Ahrens, who gets the turnover. 44.8 seconds to go. Your shot clock has been reset at 35 a couple times yesterday. The shot clock was off when there was still more than 35 seconds to go on the game clock. It's a couple seconds here and there really makes a difference for some teams. When it's a close game. But the shot clock will be off after this attempt now as the game is 30 seconds to go. Ben tries to cross over, goes off his own foot, recovers. Miles says, come on. Foul will be on Miles, his second. Going to the free throw line, over the limit. Should be now. Checking back in is number 3, Lamas. I gotta double check these fouls at halftime. I have way too many fouls here that aren't being shown up on the scoreboard. Steal, Ray, all the way in for 2 is Owen. He beats him down the court, Kevin. Misses the shot. Count it. 11. Ahrens gets the offensive board. 22. 12 point. Somerville does not score in this whole quarter. Mackay. Rebound by number 13, Perella. At the buzzer. Blocked by Ravello. And at the half, we have a 22-10 lead. Somerville goes scoreless in this quarter. You're watching Somerville Ed TV, the Leo G. DeSimone Jr. Holiday Hoopfest. And we're back, Kevin, going over the scores. Only 2 players have scored for Somerville. Ian Bourne with 4, Eddie with 6. For Melrose, 1 point for Miles. 2 points for Owen. I could not make out the handwriting of what his last name was, so if he comes over here, I'm going to ask him what his last name is, because he's not on the roster. 2 points for Ben. 3 points for Connor Brophy. 4 points for Lamas. And leading the way, John Ahrens with 10. 22-10 lead. Foul trouble. 2 fouls for Miles. 2 for Mackay. 2 for Ben. 1 for Kyle. 1 for Ian. And 1 for Perella, or Ravello. Only. Somerville did not score a point in the second quarter. So, we will put that in the 27, 28 years here. Owen, what's your last name? Buja. Some of them. Owen, top of the key. Beautiful pass to Miles into the paint. But Ian Bourne steals it away, gets, as Kev would say, smacked upside his head. Somerville bobbles the ball. Ben, almost stolen by Owen. Bounce pass in the paint, Ian Bourne, nice hesitation. Basket counts and a foul. Foul on Lamas. His first, team's first of the quarter. So Ian Bourne going back to the line to complete the three-point play. Ian Bourne has 6. Ian Bourne at the free throw line. Ian Bourne, 5 for 5. Ian Bourne, all-star appearance for sure for this tournament. 2 All-Stars have already been named. I'll go over those 2 players the next dead ball. Or next time out. In the paint, though. Misses. Mackay with the board. Bringing the ball up. Eddie down the middle. Should have gone in for 2. Off the glass. Way too hard. Lamas with the board. All the way in, Miles. Oh, my word. And Burns is not even going to argue it. But now he does. He stands up and just throws his hands in the air. A little late. Oh. That was a weird, very bad call, but Miles now has 3. So the defending MVP may not get a chance to even get a field goal in this game. Over to Ben. Kyle coming back in next dead ball. Ian Bourne, power, spins in the paint. Somehow lose the ball. Owen with the steal. Turnover, Ian Bourne. Down the middle. Power in the paint, but they want the wide open 3. Swing it to Miles. Miles sets, count it. Don't get him going. He's got 4 there, Kevin. Owen right up on Eddie, not allowing any action for Eddie even to get a half court. Close to the sideline is Ole. But he's going to power dribble to the middle of the paint, to the floor. Reset, Mackay. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Foul on number 11, Aaron's, his first, team's first. Ball will be out of bounds, baseline. Out is Ben, in is Kyle. 5:40 left to go, 25, very low scoring game. Go with the low. Ian Bourne says, I'm not going low at all. I want that MVP. 9 points for Ian Bourne. Good hesitation dribble by Lamas. Looks for the reverse. Gets blocked by Ian Bourne. Ian Bourne's definitely an all-star. For 3 only. Rebound ripped away by Lamas. He's got 3. Lamas has really controlled this game, Kevin. For some reason, David Goodrich is up in the window. Reverse layup, Miles. He's going to heat up. That's 6 points for Miles. All you got to do is run 1-4 low for him. Ole wants the ball right in front of us, calls for Ian. These guys just run Salem through effectively. Ole with the 3. So Somerville's made up for that low scoring, no scoring. Steal, Ole! All the way for 2. Oh! Misses a layup somehow. It gets fouled. 13, Perella got the board. Got knocked over by Ole, who missed the layup completely. Foul is on him. Coach Angelli says, what? He knocked him over. How can you argue that call? All the way for 2, Kevin. Aaron's now with 12. Your MVP battle, Aaron's. Travel on Ian Bourne. Turnover. You can call that much more, but these guys have been very lenient, allowing them not to do that, or not to call that. Problem is, if you don't keep calling it, then they're going to keep doing it. So call it, and they will stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? All the way in, power off the glass, using the glass effectively. Lamas 6 points until a timeout. Celebration all around the Melrose bench, looking for their second straight tournament. So, All-Stars announced before the game, the third place consolation game. O'Brien and Whittier was tied at halftime. O'Brien ran away with it in the second half. Coach Drew Brock coming through in the second half, 63-38 win in the third game of the tournament, which is your consolation game for third place, and your first 2 All-Stars announced from Whittier, Ibe Afosa, and number 10 from O'Brien, who is a junior, Nolan Nash. So you have 3 spots left in the All-Star team and your MVP. If it were up to me, I would have 5 All-Stars and an MVP. A lot of tournaments do 4 All-Stars and an MVP. To me, that's just being a cheapskate. You can't print up 1 more trophy, and your MVP trophy should be different than your All-Star trophy. So if you have an All-Star trophy or a plaque, your MVP trophy should shine differently through the light and through the sun. So if I were running tournaments, which I've done all around the country, my rules are 5 All-Stars and an MVP. In some tournaments, an All-Star can also be the MVP. So think about it like that, Mr. Perfect. Another turnover out of the timeout. Miles with the steal. He's going to go all the way in for 2. For 3 more. Up fake. No. Miles, 3. Air ball. Rebound, Miles. Travel. So, let's see how they do the All-Star team. If it were me, as again, one more time I will say, 5 All-Stars and an MVP. Mackay says, I'm going to be an All-Star, but Ian Bourne is already an All-Star. No matter what happens, Ian Bourne will be an All-Star. 11 points for Ian Bourne. Cuts it to 11. How strange is that? But Lamas says nothing strange in my game as he fades away. Count it! Lamas! 8 points for Lamas. Has taken over this game, Kevin. Ian Bourne is going to tell he travels. Tell you, incidentally, better get these guys some that shoe sneaker tape over there to make sure they're all slipping and sliding over there. Do they put ice under here or something? What's going on? The Melrose guys aren't sliding. Owen to Miles. Miles is heated up. Brophy to Miles. To Lamas on the right wing. Count it. Ooh. Rebound. Lamas. Out of bounds. Will be Melrose ball. I was a little early on that 3 by Brophy, who's made 3 already, 1 in this game. Brophy's got some height to him. Coming around the screen. Face up, another 3, Kevin. Count it. Number 11. Aarons, who's going to be your MVP if Melrose hangs on. However, last year Miles was your MVP and he was not the leading scorer in the game. So think about it like that. Mackay misses. Ian Bourne with another board. Ripped away somehow, all the way in for 2. Hesitation, foul. Kyle gets his own board. Count it. Ooh. Aarons going to the line for 2. Somehow got his own board on that play. Coming into the game, number 33, Natali. Yeah, so last year in this game, it was Cam who was your leading scorer with 18 points, and they gave the MVP to Miles. So Aaron's going in for 2 for the free throw line now, Kevin. Four for 5 so far, Aaron's from the line. Ian Bourne going to box out after being spoken to. Coach Danny Burns saying match up. Miles is out. Misses. Mackay with the board. Kick ball, please. They'll say it was inadvertent. Number 13, Perella coming back in. Burns not wasting any time. He takes Lamas out. Lamas deserves a big hug by everybody from what he's done in this game. Over to Julian. Minute to go in this third quarter. Ole, right wing. Eddie, top of the key. Works off the bounce, spins in the paint, blocked by Owen. Owen's taking control of this game as well. At the end of the quarter, I will go over your coaches on your bench. They're all here today. 7 of them. I think it's a little overboard. But it's John Aaron saying no overboard for me, as he has solidified this MVP so far. He's only a junior, so he'll be back next year. If these guys are back in the tournament, they might be going to the Merrimack Valley tournament next year. Oh, almost a turnover. 44 seconds to go. Julian does not need the screen by Ian Bourne. Julian with the turnover. Out of bounds. Number 10. Brophy. Connor Brophy out of bounds. He's a senior. Gonna be a big senior night here for Melrose. 7 seniors, and I will not read all the seniors or the whole roster, as some people used to do. Travel. Ian Bourne with a sweeping left-handed hook. 9. 10 points for Somerville in the quarter. Checking in is Ben. Shot clock is off. 1 shot. Caden coming in. A little late to the scorer's table. I would have had him run to the scorer's table a little quicker than that. John Aarons is taking over the game, though. Brophy could take it over himself. Countdown by Melrose. Turnover, out of bounds. Trying to get a little too fancy a little early is John Aarons. Tips the ball out of bounds. Here comes Caden for 1 shot. 3 seconds to go. At the buzzer, Julian. 39-20. So, your assistant coaches for Somerville. Yanni Taragotis, who is from the class of 2010. Matty O'Donnell is from the class of 2010. Matt Desmond, your varsity head coach, assistant head coach from the class of 97. Darryl Goodrich, one of your assistant coaches from the class of 05. Jimmy McEwing, one of your assistant coaches. He is from the class of 19. Jimmy McEwing's last game was at North Andover when Somerville made it to the semifinals of the Division II North tournament when they were in the number 2 seed. And your JV coach is Mr. Ian Comack, who did not attend this edifice. And your head coach is Mark Antonelli in his 16th year. Coming into the year was 21 games over 500 as his record with Somerville. He is from the class of 1996. So you see it took me an entire minute to name off those 7 coaches. I tried to spell it out. Owen, give me his last name. He's on the roster. He's going to check in front of me. Kyle will check, will inbound the ball in front of me. Bounce pass to Julian. Almost out of bounds to Caden. Julian looking to reset. Down by 19. Oh, he gets knocked to the ground. The basket counts. Off the glass. First 2 points of the game for Julian. Foul. And Burns says, why is that happening? Foul will be on Perella, his second. Going for the free throw to make it a 3-point play is Julian. Julian completes the 3-point play. Shot off the glass. 39-23 is your game, is your lead. Next time out, I will go over all the teams in Division 2. Owen turns. Offensive foul. How? He was being held. Foul will be on Owen. That's his second. They're saying he hooked him. Strange call. A little too much dribbling by Julian. Caden passes over to Julian. Back on the wing. Crosses over. Gets trapped. Picks up his dribble. Bend down the middle. Off the glass. Gets tipped away. Julian gets the offensive board. Looks to reset again. You know, we got to come up with a new student section. For three. Way deep. Mackay coming back in next dead ball. Aaron's still chugging. Owen, top of the key. Flashes to the paint. Miles is back in. Over the back. So that's two bad fouls on Owen trying to deal with Julian. Subs coming back, and Mackay, Danny Schmidt. You want to say to Owen, what am I supposed to do there? As I jump up to get a board and this guy undercuts me. But the foul is on Owen. For some reason, Owen is guarding the point guard as well. Bounce pass. Reset. Up in the air. Owen, Danny for three. Mackay with the board. Foul will be on number 3. Then all of a sudden, they're calling it very tight on Melrose. Danny Burns can't believe it. He's in shock, basically. See if I can read off all the Division 2 teams in time. .5:32 left to go in the game. Up fake. Mackay travel. Thank you, Joe. Evan Mujali, that's what he was saying. Mujali. Owen. Don't mess with Owen. Owen's going to get the ball. But really, again, just causing havoc is Julian. Flashes to the middle. Lamas. Lamas travels, no call. Owen in the low block. Should be able to score. Owen, you're like 6'8". First 2 points of the quarter here for Melrose with 4:40 to go. He's not 6'8". I would say Owen's probably 5'10", 5'11", but he's much taller than Julian. Should be able to take him in a low block. 2 timeouts left for Somerville, 4 timeouts left for Melrose. 4:36 left to go. Mackay for three, gets tipped. Gets his own board. Gets fouled by number 10, Brophy. Mackay going to the line for two. Mackay has no points so far tonight. 4 rebounds for Mackay. 2 offensive, 2 defensive. Mackay going to the line for 2. Touches his toes before the game. Ian Bourne, all-star. Definitely all-star. Seriously, guys? Misses the free throw. Owen with the board. Oh, tipped away. Mackay steals the ball from Brophy. Mackay goes all the way for 2. Somerville picking up that pressure. Burns wants a timeout. Nobody sees it. All right, here we go. Division II, get out your pen, Johansson. Division II schools. Agawam, Amherst, Pelham, Archbishop Williams, Ashland, Bay Path, Regional High School, Bedford, Billerica, Bishop Stang, Bristol, Plymouth Regional Vocational Tech, Burlington, Burncoat, Canton, Chicopee Comprehensive, Chicopee High School, Danvers, Dartmouth, Doherty, Dracut, Duxbury, East Longmeadow, Fitchburg, Grafton, Hingham, Halston, Holyoke, Hopkinton, Leominster, Longmeadow, Malden Catholic, Mansfield, Marblehead, Marlborough, Masconomet, Melrose, Middleborough, Milford, Milton, Michigan, Neshoba Regional Valley, Nauset Regional, North Attleboro, North Quincy, Northampton, Norwood, Senior High School, Oliver Ames, Plymouth South, Pope Francis, Reading, Situate, Sharon, Shepherd Hill, Silver Lake, Somerset, Somerville, South High Community of Worcester, Stoughton, Tewksbury, Wakefield, Walpole, Wayland, West Springfield, Westboro, Westfield, Westwood, and Whitman-Hanson. Those are your Division II teams that are in the statewide bracket. Malden Catholic has absolutely no business being there. Malden Catholic will say it's their enrollment that puts them there, but it's ridiculous that they are in Division II because they're a recruiting school the St. Mary's of Lynn. No reason why they should not be in Division I. Back to live action. Push off, Brophy, no call. Aarons, my mistake. Brophy now has the ball. Brophy all the way for 2. Blocking foul, no! Offensive foul on Brophy. Had a wide open lane. Ian Bourne takes the charge. 41-26 is your lead. Six points or somewhere in the quarter so far. Julian spins in the paint. Mackay for 3. Now they're saying it's here. Somerville getting every single advantage to try to get back into the game. 55. Owen, that's 4. Burns wants a discussion, and he's saying it's 7-0 as the calls. They're doing all they can to get Somerville back into the game. Ian Bourne going back to the line. They're in the bonus. Burns can't believe it. Off the glass, Ian Bourne. Look at Burns over there. He's just talking to assistant coach. Burns is just beside himself. Even Yanni's laughing over there. Lane violation, there's your makeup call. Kyle Ray coming into the game. You can call lane violation every play if you want to. Every free throw you can call. John Aarons bringing the ball up over to Owen. Almost throws it out of bounds with a great hands by Brophy. All the way for 2 is Owen. Misses the ball, rips it back. Falls to the ground. Miles is back into the game. 3 minutes to go. Somerville looking to score quickly. Too much dribbling. Swing the ball. I mean, you're down here, guys. Seriously? Out of bounds. Mackay, turnover. Need some quick hitters right now. You down by 14? 2:45 left to go. Double, open, baseline, count it. Number 10, Connor Brophy, first 2 points of the second half. 43-27. Ole checking back in next dead ball. Back and forth, the lead will ramble for Melrose. Mackay steps back for 3. Rebound, Lamas. Foul on Kyle. 2 fouls on Kyle. Danny Schmidt out. Eddie back in. 6 players on the court. Now 5 are out. Kyle left. You got to know who you're going in for. Your starters are back in the game. Aarons, your leading scorer. Passes it to Miles, your normal leading scorer. Gets fouled by Ian Bourne. That was not a foul, though. Ian Bourne tipped the ball away. Danny Burns saying get a good one here, guys. 1:58 to go. So that should be on Ian Bourne. That's his second. Running the curl for 3. Off. Eddie, board. Push the ball. Eddie's still chugging. Mackay crosses over all the way in for 2. But passes to Ian Bourne. Blocked by Owen from behind. That's Owen's 3rd block of the game. Miles all the way in for 2. Your reigning MVP, Miles Nuzzi, but he will not be MVP this time. Unless he had a really big game against O'Brien, but that was such a blowout that it's hard to give any action to that game. Somerville gets the ball back after the block by Lamas. Timeout Antonelli, no, travel. Mackay. Turnover Central. 1:14 to go. 45-27 is your lead for Melrose. Brophy with 5 points in the game. Tipped away by Ben. Coach Antelli saying we got the ball. We got to get somebody on the ball. Everybody's guarded tightly here, but now it comes through. Gets tipped away. Hits the ground as Ole gets fouled. No call. Mackay for 3. Count it. Tipped away. Rebound to Owen. Pull the plug. Oh, that hurts. Popped his finger right there. Burns saying settle down, hold it out. Ian Bourne checks the clock. So for 2 straight years, Melrose is going to come out victorious with the trophy in the Highlander Hoopfest, now forever be known as the Leo G. DeSimone Jr. Highlander Hoopfest. Foul will be on Ian Bourne. That's his 3rd. Going to the line is Lamas. His first free throws of the game. So as I add these up, we will watch the coaches talking about MVPs and talking about the All-Star selections as they get together with the tournament director. Lamas going 2 for 2. He's a possible MVP candidate as well. 47-27, you're up by 20. Blocked by Lamas. He might solidify it after that block. He's got 3 blocks, 24 seconds. They're just going to hold it up, but they got to dribble around because you'll get a 5-second call if you don't pass the ball. And Burns says, get up and clap. He's getting his Melrose guys to get up and clap. Lamas over to Brophy. To Aarons. Aarons gets the ball. He's going to dribble it out. 47-27. So both teams excellent from the free throw line. Scores. Somerville, 3 for Julian. That three-point play in the fourth. 3 for Oli. 3 for Mackay. 6 for Eddie and leading the way. Ian Bourne with 12. 8 for 9 from the free throw line was Somerville as a team. So excellent for Coach Antonelli. For a total of 27. For these guys from Melrose. What's up, man? Hey.
That was brutal.
Hey, I know, man. So for Melrose, 2 points for Ben, 4 for Owen. All right, let's go with the...
We have a couple of awards to give out for the Somerville Highlanders. All tournament team play for the game. Ian Moore, number 33. Congratulations, Melrose. All tournament team, number 2, Miles Zulu. Number 13, Ben Perella. And the MVP goes to number 11, John Ayers. Congratulations, John. And to present the trophy for the first annual Leo G. DeSimone Jr. Highland Hoopfest, congratulations, Melrose.
Team photo from Melrose as they get the first ever Leo DeSimone Jr. trophy. And they are now the 2-time champions of this tournament. In the 6 years, they have won it twice. See if they can make it back for another year. So, going over your final scores for Melrose, as I didn't get a chance to do that before. Perella with 2. Perella's a senior. 2 for Perella. 4 for Owen. Owen 4 with 6 boards and 3 blocks. 5 for Brophy. 8 for Miles. And leading the way, actually Lamas had 10. And leading the way 18 points for John Aarons. So to go over your final, that's 47. 7 for 10 from the free throw line. 47-27 was your final score. Your all-star team, one more time. Ibe Afosa, number 4 from Whittier. Nolan Nash, number 10 from O'Brien. Ian Bourne, number 33 from Somerville. Miles Nuzzi, number 2 from Melrose. Ben Perella, number 13 from Melrose. And your MVP, John Aarons from Melrose. Your champions of the Leo DeSimone Highlander Hoopfest for the 2003-2024 season. Somerville falls 47-27 in the championship game. They are now 2-4, ending this part of the season, going into league play on the 4th of January against Flint Classical here. You have been watching the Leo DeSimone Jr. Highlander Hoopfest on Somerville Ed TV. Good night.